Communication is the cornerstone of connection. For the everyday deaf person, going to a church can be intimidating or nerve-wracking. One of the main reasons why is the lack of accessibility and inclusivity for deaf people in the church. To truly connect with deaf individuals, it's essential to understand and utilize effective methods of communication. In this video, we'll provide some helpful tips and guides to help bridge the gap and foster meaningful connection anytime you encounter a deaf person. One of the first primary ways is learning basic sign language. Even learning phrases like, hey, how are you, can truly make a difference when meeting and chatting with a deaf person. It allows them to feel connection. Even knowing how to spell your name can create a welcoming environment and help reduce anxiety and nerve-wracking for a deaf person. Another way, if you don't know sign language, and an effective method of communication is using your phone, a paper, or a pen that help find creative ways to express yourself and communicate. This can often be a great way to connect and start with a deaf person. Oftentimes, deaf people will feel relieved that you took notice and tried. Adapting your communication style shows flexibility, willingness, and consideration. And that is so important in communicating with a deaf person. When you're chatting with a deaf person, what do you do? Well, it's important to maintain eye contact. And the reason for this is to show attentiveness and respect. Some deaf people may rely on some lip reading to help fully understand. But it is important to know that not every deaf person relies on lip reading. Eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication. Eye contact makes us feel connected and as if you're paying attention. Another way, maybe you have an interpreter there. Great! If an interpreter is present, the interpreter is there to help provide communication access between you and the deaf person. When communicating with an interpreter, don't turn to the interpreter and say, can you tell him or her if? Never do this. Instead, keep eye contact with the deaf person and stand across from them and chat with them. And when chatting with them, ask the interpreter if they're willing to interpret your conversation with the deaf person. And this helps build relationship. Communicate in the first person. And dive in and engage with the deaf community. Just like any other people group, deaf people have their community, culture, values, and as you already know, language as well. Take the time to get to know the deaf person of your church and community. Take the time to get to know them as people just like you and I. Building true relationship often leads to them coming back to your ministry and church. Never give up on building connection. Learning the language and culture will take time, but approach with confidence and enthusiasm, knowing that deaf people, like everyone else, appreciate genuine interaction. By doing these simple things, we can work toward creating an environment where deaf individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. Let's break down communication barrier and create spaces where everyone feels included. And create spaces where communication knows no barrier. We encourage you to check out our comprehensive guide on Shine On at shineon.org.